Hi crafters, welcome back to my channel, Margaret Knob Designs. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I have a design team haul from Country Craft Creations, and it is an exclusive paper collection called Mother's Day, and it is gorgeous, just beautiful. So I'm going to just show you what I've got in my design team package, and as we go along I'm going to talk a little bit about what I'm thinking of doing with this. It actually is termed as Mother's Day, but I think I'm going to try to make okay, I have to clean out my teeth here, a wedding album, and rather than making it a Mother's Day album. But I think you'll see as we go along how some of the things that I've looked at or the ideas that I have may work really well for a wedding album. So when I get back, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to start designing the wedding album, and I'm going to take you along with me on that journey of that album. I'm not going to do one ahead of time and then do this one. I'm going to go ahead and do this along with you for most of it and the cutting. Some of the things will get cut out and things that you don't need to necessarily watch, but we're going to do it together this time, and I will see what the finished product looks like when it's all finished. So here we go. So in my package, what I got were a few of these small flowers from Prima. They're beautiful in the gray, the yellowish tone, and the pink. And then I've got these gorgeous ribbons. And this is seam binding, but the thing is that it's perfect with this paper collection. This is a little bit darker pink. This is a lighter pink. It's beautiful. They both match just perfectly. And I love the look and feel of this ribbon, and I think I'm going to use this for the tie on my album. I think this is absolutely beautiful, and I love that it has the white ribbon running through it. It's a white, but it's almost like a gray white, and I'm not sure if that's because of it being threaded through the khaki, but I think it's just beautiful. So we'll be using that on their album for sure. And all of these items have been, I have received from Country Craft Creations. The other item that I think is going to work just perfect in the album is these word dies. They are, I didn't open this yet, but they're like very, very thin wooden embellishments. And but I'm sure that if I wanted to color them, or if I wanted to foil them with gold foil, silver foil, or what works well with the paper, I'll have to see how it goes. Maybe silver is something that's going to work a little bit better. I'll have to try that out. So I'm definitely using these in the album as well, and I think that it'll be great times. Like lovely would be wonderful for over the picture of the bride, and dream would be something that would be great with the two of them looking into each other's eyes, or the moments. That would be a good one too. So definitely I'm going to use those in my album. Let me just move these items over here, and I'm going to go through and show you. In this collection, I received 3 of each of the papers. I am going to have to check to make sure that there's 3 of each of these papers in the collection itself. I'm so sorry, I didn't check that ahead of time. I will check that, and then I will put it on the screen so that you know right along with this video. So this is the front page of the collection, and you can see that it's copies of what the papers look like, but this is the first pattern paper. One of the things that I thought would be so great would be to put this on a page where I can do pictures or photos of the bride and mother of the bride. I think that that would work out very well, whether I leave it on this page or I fussy cut it out to make the design. But you can see these florals are just amazing. They just come to life on the page. And on the back of that paper then is something that's a little bit more muted, but still great opportunities to do different things on this page. It's a possibility too. I do have some gold flakes or silver flakes. I may even look at using some of that for this paper collection. I'm not sure. I don't want to get too fussy with the album, but I think that there's opportunities here that maybe I haven't done or taken in the past. So that's the other side. And then look at this. I love the depth of this. It's kind of a pinky purple. It's just beautiful. And again, the roses along here, and this, some of the words on here is wife, friend. Those are the only two that I can really read. Of ingenuity, I don't know. I think, trying to think, that's not ingenuity, I don't think. But I think it would still work very well for a page in a wedding album, especially just showing the beauty of the bride off would be perfect. And what could be better than a very simple white clapboard type background for those baskets and the birds and the flowers. Just beautiful. All right, and here's that returning color that is just amazing. One of the things that I did look for when I went through this collection is trying to read some of the text in here to make sure that none of them, that I could use every one with text, meaning that I didn't want to have, let's say, a whole page that was a Mother's Day poem or something. And there isn't so far that I've seen, but I'd have to look a little bit closer. But I think that there's just so many wonderful opportunities for beautiful bride and groom pictures. And on the back of here, again, the florals, there's lace up here. There is the white paneling in the background. And then we've got one page with a lot of pop of color. So if you want to add in a lot of color and vibrance to the book, I probably will stay more with the lighter pinks, and I may use this type of a paper more towards the inside of the book. We'll have to see as we go along. But there are some sections that are amazing. Like, I like this small of a section. I think it would be beautiful going into here. I might not use this, but then again, this might be a nice page or paper for a picture of the bride and then the mother of the bride, because of the daughter and the mother running. So I'll have to see and look for that. And the back of this is just wonderful muted roses and floral background. It's just really captivating, but it's just very simple and quiet. And this is also a very, very neat page. This could also be used towards Mother of the Bride. It doesn't necessarily have to be specifically on this paper. I may fussy cut that out and put it on another page or fit it a little bit differently. But again, you can see the beautiful florals and the lace in the background. I also have some lace that I had from Country Craft Creations that I used in my one of my blue fern folios. So here, this is another piece of lace that I had from one of my design team packages. I may end up using some of that in this book. So, because that would work very well with this paper and with the whole theme and idea behind it. And we've got on the back here, we still have the paneling in the back, and then we have beautiful pink flowers. And I know it's a lot of pink florals and roses and things like that going through, but it just works. It just works so well together and brings everything beautifully together. And then we've got this page with, again, our florals, our banner of mother, There is a young woman here with florals down here. This could even be used as, you know, a small section that, or a part of a page, and then having a bride's picture on this side, and something very simple and elegant on the back. And then this one might play into a nice page where the bride and the grandmother are in that picture. We'll see how that goes. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I can tell you that beautiful florals. The other thing is that even though that these run all the way together, you know, there is an opportunity to even take out the word grand if you wanted to. Let's say you had a picture of everyone at the wedding and it was a beautiful scene. You may want that at the top of your page saying grand, inferring the grand wedding or the grand march. And again, our florals in the back, you know, different design, different pattern than what we've seen. Just very, very, very sweet. And then this page is a page that has some like a border strip that's running through here, but then it has different cards, like a 4x6 there, and then we've got some 2x3s. No, it would be 4x3s. Sorry, divide up that number 12. And the other thing that I saw is there is the statement in here, "I love you, ma chérie." And I think that would be great in the album as well as this Mother's Blessing. I think would be great. And here we have a very plain white background, but how perfect is that? If you want to do some fussy cutting or something for the album. And this is even a thought or an opportunity to use this for your album cover or your album background. And the reason why I say the album cover, because you can design whatever you want for the front of your cover. And here's that design piece of paper that I was talking about. I love you, ma chérie. I don't speak French. That's my best effort. So really wonderful, wonderful, wonderful florals. Again, the pinks, but then we've got some, you know, inking along here, and we've got some flowers that bring out some of the blue and the teals in there, look like ink stains. And on the back, we've got the florals in the wood. And this one is a myriad of words, from mother to grandmother to I love you, ma chérie, and Mother's Blessing. So whether we use this as a piece, there are other items that could be fussy cut out to make other bouquets. So wonderful. And on the back we have a plain white as well. And this will be very nice to kind of counteract too much floral. So this is good to have that kind of paper. And then in addition to that, Tamara sent me a few additional sheets of colored cardstock, which is known as My Colors cardstock. So let me just put some of this here so you can see how some of that might come into play. I may not use this color for this album this time around because I want something to stay probably a little bit more pink and light. But here again, the soft blues, and on both sides of that, you know, this one is a little bit not quite as polka dot. There's more polka dot in here. And this is the My Colors cardstock called, it's called Bluebells. And this color is called Charcoal, because it's kind of a browny gray. And then there is this beautiful white paper that's from the My Colors as well, but it's kind of shimmery on this side. On this side it's a flat, but I'm sure that I'll use this shimmery side. I think it's just beautiful. So, and this one is called Polar Bear. So beautiful, beautiful. And as well as the papers and all the things that I've shared with you, I have also gotten 2 pieces of chipboard and for making the album. So that is my project papers that I'm going to be using for the next one. I am 99% sure I'm going to be making a wedding album, and I look forward to having you join me along in my journey in making this album. And any thoughts or suggestions that you have for a wedding album, like if there's something you've done in the past that worked really well, or opportunities that you took in the wedding album that maybe you don't take in other albums because of the type of album that it is, please share it down below. I love to hear your feedback. I love to hear what you think about these things. So thank you so very much and have a wonderful evening. Thank you.